Guys, hope you're all doing well. Keith at Crypto Bullseye. And this one, it's going to be a review video. It's going to be a paid review video. So full and transparency, guys. This is something that I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at purchasing and I'm going to show you why. However, you need to understand that you need to do your own research with these type of projects, understand your risk. And I do not give any kind of financial advice. So that's the disclaimer out the way. Let's jump into Tars.ai. It's quite handy that Tars reached out to me because I keep getting comments for you to ask me to analyze the Tars chart. And whether it's a paid review, whether it's not a paid review, the one thing that you'll get with technical analysis with me, anyone that's been around the channel, is you will get honesty. So I'll tell you exactly what I think because there's an interesting area. It's 400% from its previous highs, and we're going to talk about at the end of the video, but there's an interesting area on Tars that we need to overcome, and it's playing an interesting pattern right now. I'm not going to give it away. That's going to be at the end of the video, so stay tuned right to the end. So firstly, what is Tars.ai? It's the AI architecture protocol on Solana. Symbiotic AI app ecosystem dedicated to currently 1 million plus Solana users. So one thing that you need to think about, guys, is this is the only AI Solana project in the NVIDIA program. It's the only AI project which is physically backed by Solana. We're going to talk about that now. So where's it available? Firstly, it's live on KuCoin, one of the world's largest crypto exchanges, both in the terms of volume and credibility. Where's the first place that we look when we're researching a project? First place I look, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. You can see these are the different markets that it's available on. You can see here, if you just go across, you've got KuCoin there. So that's what we were talking about with KuCoin. It exposes to 40 million users across 200 plus countries, deep liquidity across spot and futures markets, strategic expansion into Asia, Latin America, and the global south, and backed by the People's Exchange, trusted worldwide. So everybody knows the credibility of KuCoin. What's next? This is next. It's the NVIDIA program. So Tars.ai, they've been officially accepted into the NVIDIA Inception program. That's marking a keystone. That's marking a keystone in their push towards the next generation of AI robotics and agentic systems. Some of the team members made their first appearance at NVIDIA GTC 2025, where they directly engaged with NVIDIA scientists to explore the latest advancements in agentics, AI, robotics, and accelerating computing. So this access to NVIDIA's ecosystem unlocks deeper technical infrastructure that will directly enhance all AI products within the Tars ecosystem. So next week, guys, they're going to be sharing footage from their time at GTC, along with key takeaways from their discussions with leading researchers. So that's one thing. The next thing that we're going to jump onto is the Google Startup Program. So that's this. GDC Summit 2025. Tars.ai, they unveiled the future of on-chain real-time intelligence, redefining how players interact and utilize AI in mobile experiences. They focused on accelerating AI in mobile and gaming applications, and Tars met with attendees to showcase Sona, the first voice assistant transforming Google Play, and the Sona Saga DApp store. So from voice-led gameplay to seamless in-app integration or in-app navigation, Sona's upcoming fine-tuned gaming capabilities set a new standard for AI agents, truly hand-free interactions, and that's all powered by Solana. So they're really integrating with Solana here. The next thing, firstly, guys, Tars.ai, one thing that you do when you're looking for credibility, like I say, make sure that you go and check out their social medias. So Tars.ai is built on the backbone of AWS, running its entire product suite from the AI agent market and Sona to on-chain search on one of the most powerful and trusted cloud infrastructures in the world. We all know what that is. With growing infrastructure demand and consistent deployment, Tars has drawn strong alignment with AWS, opening doors to deeper collaboration around user growth, event support, and next-gen LLM integrations. So lots going on, guys. Tars.ai, it's entering a new phase of monetization. It's going to begin generating revenue. We talked about this. It's going to generate through ads and sponsorships, and 100% of that is going directly into TIE buybacks. And remember, guys, we say, how do the TIE buybacks work? Revenue in equals tokens out of circulation equals added value to the community. The next thing we're going to talk about is their burn program. burn program. So they've recently closed their first client for 250,000 and burned all of the tokens. That's a big thing, guys. That's commitment to remove supply as ecosystem revenue scales. That's new monetization, streams live, enterprise integration growing, and buyback rounds in motion. This burn reflects more than just tokenomics. It's backed by real traction across products like Sona, the AI market, and search. The next thing we're going to talk about is the Thai buyback. We just touched on that. This is the Thai buyback. Round one, 100% in progress. Round two, 45% in progress. And Tars.ai is executing one of the most aggressive buyback programs in the space by reducing supply, reinforcing value, and scaling with conviction. Every round completed is another step towards long-term strength for the Thai ecosystem. Guys, remember dollar Thai, that's the actual native token. So next buyback round, just following on from that, it's launched buyback 2, a major 15 million Thai buyback over the next 3 to 4 weeks. And this round continues to amplify trust, strengthen value for holders, and accelerate momentum across Solana's AI frontier. Every Thai bought back will power deeper AI capabilities, unlocking new layers of business intelligence and expanding the reach of our growing ecosystem. So I'm just reading you all this out for informational purposes, but we'll very much shortly get to the charts. Buyback round 3 is live and it's largest in TAR's history. 30 million Thai will be removed from circulation. Tars.ai is doubling down on its long-term vision with the most aggressive buyback round to date, scaling the ecosystem whilst locking value for the future. So let's jump into what I love. So the first things first, we've got 2 key areas of resistance to pull back through. We talked about one in the previous video. We talked about the pattern that it was forming that was showing me that I was interested, because these are high probability moves, but there's certain conditions that need to be met before we get a high probability move. First things first, guys, how many times have we had a touch? We've had plenty of touches here. That's the shelf. You can see it rejected once, rejected twice, here. We'll pull it back into there. Second one, guys, we've got the diagonal. We've got more of a diagonal. And you can see that that was rejected. Support, 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 support. That's come back down. That was rejected as resistance here. So we've got a couple of resistance points we need to talk about. First one is the 200 daily moving average. When you're above the 200, you're bullish. When you're below, you're bearish. First things first, how far away from the all-time high to the all-time high? 414% to its previous high. So the next thing we're going to do is, how do you play these high probability moves? How do you play a bull pennant? So first thing, we've come and tested this once. We want to be knocking on the ceiling. We want to be knocking on the ceiling, but we need to understand at any given time who's got momentum. Is it the bulls? Is it the bears? That's why we bring up the indicators. And the first thing is this RSI. When you're holding above the 50 level, this is the 50 level, you're bullish. When you're below the 50 level, you're bearish. Holding, we're making a pennant on the RSI. You can wait for a breakout of the RSI. Next thing, where are we as far as the indicators are concerned? Not quite overbought. We're waiting for this to come back down into oversold. When we come back down into oversold, we're just going to add our pennant in, zoom in here, add the pennant in. We don't know how far this thing's going to pull back. This thing could potentially pull back. We need it to touch this, and we need it to touch it a couple of times to create a trend line. So it could pull back here, it could pull back there. We don't know how far it's going to pull back yet. The first thing is wait to find out how far it's going to pull back. You've got your 50 period moving average. That is going to act as support. That's at 0.06126. Current price action is sat just under 10 cents. 0.09551. So you're playing the bull pen, you're waiting for it to pull back, you're seeing how far it's going to pull back. It's currently testing its 20 period moving average. That's acting as support currently, doesn't mean it can't pull back further. So you're waiting for the indicator to come into oversold. Remember, oversold. As you're coming back, forming a base, then it gives you a high probability that the next move that you're waiting for, when you're pushing up, you want to break out previous high. Once you take out the previous high, the bulls have got momentum. This will be your support base, and bam. Once you pass the 200 moving average, 18 cents, then you're away. So projections, stick some projections on here. We've got our Fibonacci retracement tool from the recent swing high to the recent swing low. Let's get rid of these. What we're going to do is we're going to look for extension levels using a Fibonacci retracement in this case. And what you do, guys, is just double click your Fibonacci tool. You're going to add in some key levels, the 1618, then the 1272. So pull down the indicators. This is long term. This is if Solana goes to the big bucks. This is if Ethereum goes to the big bucks. This is if alt season happens. We continue on the trajectory that we're happening now. You put in new highs. You look for your 1272 extension. Where is that? 0.62677. You got your 1618, 0.788. So that's quite a jump from where price action is now. But you need to understand what your risk is, guys. You look after the risk, the reward will look after itself. Go and research the project. Make sure that you do that, because none of this is financial advice. But let me know in the comments what you want me to cover next. Let me know in the comments if you want me to reach out to any guests, anybody on YouTube, any of the influencers, anybody within the space. Who do you want me to reach out to, guys? Let me know in the comments, because I'm reaching out to quite a few influencers at the moment. I'm talking to quite a few influencers, but you tell me who you watch, who you want me to reach out to. Let's see if we can make that collab work. See you in the next one.